Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is DarLeeLlama bringing you a brand new series for our Let's Play in the afternoon at 12. We are now starting Dead Cells after wrapping up our League of Legends run. Dead Cells is a game I have played before. It's a fast-paced Roguevania, where it's Castlevania and roguelites meshed together. Hopefully, if you've never seen a video game like this before, it will inspire you to try it out. It is very fun, but it is very fast. I've played other games that are similar, like Rogue Legacy and, what was that other one? Something about like a dungeon that swallows you up. I forget the name of it, but it was pretty good. They're all very fast-paced, typically. Rogue Legacy being like the slowest of the bunch, and then that one you can actually go pretty fast too, especially if you get a dash character. But Dead Cells in particular has very nice animation, a fairly interesting or intriguing setting and plot. There's not a ton of plot. Basically, you're this guy trying to this little blob slash flame possessing bodies, and you're trying to escape this prison that this castle has turned into. That's the castle in the background on that island. So we'll start in the prison, and then we'll try and fight our way out. I don't have all of the downloadable content currently. I only have the free DLC Rise of the Giant, but if I really get back into it, I might go ahead and pick up the Bad Seed as well. But still, should be pretty fun. As you can see, I have played the game quite a bit. I've done 131 runs. I am not nearly as good, and I will never claim to be that I'm as good as other people. In fact, you can see I last played this at the end of 2018. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and start a brand new slot, just so everyone can get a good idea of what this game is all about from the very beginning. But I do like to try and play fast. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll go a little bit slower. Just try and bear that in mind. But this is the start of Dead Cells for our in the afternoon Let's Plays. So let's play. Custom mode, normal mode. We're going to start on normal mode. We start in the prison's quarters. The prison is directly connected to the outer yard. Couldn't read all of that, but... Okay, this is our guy. We're kind of like some little thing that infests dead bodies. So this body was decapitated, and now we're in the body. We can roam around, and then we've replaced his head, and it shows this little flare, so to speak. We have a starting weapon. Trying to get used to the controls. A rusty sword. It does 119 damage per second. And we also have a prisoner's collar, which gives us nothing. So you have your basic attack. For me, it's X on my controller. 1, 2, 3. So the third strike is a heavier strike that travels. When I spam it, it looks like this. So you can really go to town. Jump is A, roll is B. If I stand neutral and hit push it, it still rolls like that. Y will be an item when I eventually get it. You can have two main hand weapons, which will go on X and Y. So if I push X right now, we can switch between weapons on the X, and you can switch between weapons on the Y. And then we'll have trap weapons on our left trigger and left and right bumpers. We'll have items on our left trigger and our left and right bumpers as well. On the bottom left part of the screen, you'll see 1, 1, and then 100. 1, 1, 1, and then 100. The 1, the 1, and the 1 are our skill points. When you level up, you will increase one of those, and then the damage of your items are dependent upon what your skills are like. Red is for offense, purple I believe is dexterity, and then green is HP and stamina. We do have a double jump, but we're not going very high up with it right now. Let's see, chopping block, press RT. Looks like I had a bad time with it. So, yeah, your character can have conversations, but I think typically this is like a thought bubble as compared to a conversation bubble, because later on, like when he does actual conversations with guys, it tends to be one-sided. Okay, let's get the start on. We have a door here, RT to open, or we can bust it down. We're on a tutorial mode, apparently. Double jump. Aren't you the headless fellow that's getting around? Yep, that's me. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Oh, yes, that's right. No tongue. Anyway, it must be strange to be back from the dead. I mean, surely you must have noticed. You can no longer die. I don't really understand it. But you're not the first to find yourself in this situation, if that's what you want to know. What the hell, shrug. RT triggered us talk. Shouldn't you be on your way? Shouldn't you be on your way? Shouldn't you be on your way? I think we can take both of these. I'd prefer the bow over the shield anyway. So this is our secondary weapon. And then we could take the shield after all, I guess. Or not. So it would replace one of these. I'd rather not replace them. I prefer having melee and ranged if at all possible. This is a portal. Can't use it yet. We can press that on chains to walk down, or you can just drop down. So they have these glowing skeletons. That's what I just killed. It's some kind of zombie or skeleton with like glowing things sticking out of it. RT to open. That's what opening a door looks like. We have an archer over here, so I'm going to try and get up on him quickly. And now we'll use our bow to take out that guy. He'll leap at you. So that was a soul. When you kill stuff, you get souls. I think that's that on the bottom right, right next to the map. So we can use that for spinning stuff. So we have a zombie down here. It's got some kind of glowing orbs on it. Kind of like egg sacs, maybe. I'm pretty sure they're explosive. Ah! Beat a dodge. So that's what the leap looks like. That's what his basic attack looks like. I think you do more damage when you hit them from behind. I'm not positive. Amethyst, this pretty stone will fetch you 500 gold. My precious. Yes, I do want that. Let's go up here. You can grab ledges. I want to get as much kill stuff as I can. There is a timer. I'm currently 1 minute 58 in. The faster you go, the better. But I'll be taking my time, obviously, for this, since I'm starting brand new. Don't have a ton of upgrades yet. And I'm not used to playing in a long time. So what we have here is a blueprint. And when you get this, it means that this particular item can now be crafted or dropped or something like that. Blueprint acquired, blood sword. So we found another teleporter. If we hit right trigger, we can now go back to where we were. Let's just do that so you can see what it's like. We'll go over this way. We found a giant chest. These are special in that they typically always give you something good, but I think sometimes they can be booby trapped. I don't remember too much. We got a bunch of souls, and we have a balanced blade 2. So every item has a name, and then they have a number associated with them. So this is the second level of a balanced blade. As you can see, it does a base of 89 DPS, modified to 139. Damage increases up to 100% when you strike repeatedly, inflicts critical hits after 10 successive hits. So, and then it has a special quality, victims burn when they die. Definitely going to take that. I do feel like it's going to be better DPS than the Rusty Sword. So we'll take it and use it. It has pretty much a very similar attack pattern, except we have like this upswing. So, another teleporter. So we can tickle this. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability or item that lets us create a vine out of it. So we can't actually get up here and do this content until we find the item by doing regular runs. Let's take the teleporter back over here. Using the teleporter is typically the fastest mode of travel. Here we have a store. What's this? This seems new. Doesn't look like I can use it. It's some kind of glowing thing. You never had that before. You may as well take it. Wish you luck. I forgot. I didn't see what else he said. So he dropped something for us. A Vorpin 1. 161 DPS, 289 modified. Inflicts a critical hit if the enemy is facing you. Well, I mean, we'll give it a try. It's a pan. It swings pretty fast. You know what? I'm gonna give the pan my attention. And we'll pick up the bow again. Because I want to have ranged. So these are traps. These will go on our LB and RB. This sets a trap that shoots basically saw blades. This sets a trap that can grab the enemy and hold them there. Ice grenade throws grenades that will freeze. Of all of them, I would prefer the ice grenades. It makes fighting enemies much easier. Another teleporter. That's hilarious. Got some gold there. Our teleporter. So this is our first upgrade. You don't actually gain XP in this game. What you gain are scrolls of power, and that's how you basically level up, so to speak. We're gonna take this. So when you get your first upgrade, you get the best bonus. Brutality is the name of the red, tactics is the name of the purple, survival is the name of the green, and then it gives you bonus damage whenever you use an item of that particular nature. If you look down to the left here, you will see that our frying pan damage, or frying pan has a arrow above it. That means it's going to get a damage upgrade. And our health will get an upgrade because we get 65% extra HP by taking this. Our health will always get an upgrade. It just depends on which. So for example, obviously survival gives the best because it's based around you getting a bunch of HP and defense stuff. And then if you look at the bow on this one, it also gets a damage upgrade because it has an arrow over it. I think we're going to go with red for melee because we're going to do a lot of melee stuff. And as you can see, as promised, it gave us 65 extra hit points. That will go down with future upgrades to brutality, so we won't get as big of a bonus. Another teleporter there. So we have in our blueprint, this appears to be a bow and arrow. Blueprint acquired infantry bow. I seem to remember that being very good. I ended up liking it a lot whenever I used it. So this is a statue. If you rub it, you can get special things to happen, but we don't have the item that allows us to do it. It's the same as the vine thing, so unfortunate. Now our teleporter activated. We have one of these guys. We'll take quick work of him because he turned towards us. Ooh. So the guy with the shield, you have to hit from behind. So we cannot get the bonus damage from the frying pan. So this appears to be a new item. I don't think I've ever seen this one. Ice shield. So that'll be interesting if we ever find or craft that in the future. So over here we have a chain that goes up between the two. Killed that guy. He's going to throw explosives at us. We have a little thing here. We can roll under all Samus Aran style. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we found a second scroll of power. I am tempted to do half and half, which isn't necessarily wrong. There are items that are based upon both, but you get the best damage if you focus on one. If I go one into this, I might just do the one so that I get the bonus HP. That being said, we can get items later on that will buff these particular things. So as long as you have it, you will also get the HP upgrade. So for now, I think we'll stick with this. As you can see, it says 39% HP now. So we will not go up a flat 39%. I think it's 39% based upon what we currently have. So now we're up to 229. Very nice. So you can see the damage is yellow when you crit them. And our special thing is you crit when you hit them directly face on. That was 50 and it was white damage. If it's yellow, it's a crit. That was a crit even though it was behind, because you can still crit even if you don't. But with this, it's... With the pan, you always crit when you hit them from the front, if you can hit them from the front. What I did right then is I blew the door open, and it has this force effect. So I actually smashed it into the skeleton and stunned him that way. You gotta be careful because your attacks don't necessarily force them out of an attack animation, particularly with those skeletons that like to leap ahead. So this is the Promenade of the Condemned. It is one of the next levels that you can go from here. There is another path, but I don't think I can open that up at the moment. Before we head on though, it's just prudent to go ahead and try and explore everywhere that you can, so that you get the absolute most out of every level. Unless we're doing time runs. If you're doing time runs, you want to try and go as fast as possible, so that you can get better rewards. The faster you go, the better the rewards. I don't actually want that shield, so I'm going to leave it and not pay the gold. And then we'll go over here. Just running along. And we found another statue, which again, we cannot actually use. As you can see, there's a room off to the right, and that's probably where it leads. But that is not for us, since we are still just starting out. So, time to go on to the Promenade. Current time 7 minutes 30 seconds. That's actually quite bad. So if we had gotten here within 2 minutes time, we would be able to open this door. But as it is, it was sealed. Is this supposed to be 30 seconds? Condition: kill 30 enemies without taking any damage. Wow. So this is new, the way they did this. But I think it's actually pretty cool, pretty interesting. So 30 enemies not taking damage. I'll have to remember that for the future. Candy Graham. This is the collector. Well, look who it is. I'm the collector, and I'm about the closest thing you'll find to decent company around here. Bring me the cells you gather. Okay, so they're cells, not souls. Bring me the cells you gather from the others. In exchange, I'll procure a few useful little items for you. Should you stumble upon a blueprint, bring it to me and I will introduce you to some more experimental items. So we unlocked the ice shield, the infantry bow, and the other or the blood sword. This is why I like the infantry bow. It's ranged, but it inflicts critical hits at close range. So parrying an attack freezes nearby enemies. Reflected projectiles freeze enemies they hit. Interesting. And blood sword causes bleeding. So that's pretty basic. We have 14 cells. Here we can buy upgrades. So we can get a health flask. Permanent upgrade. It means we get a health potion. We can use it anytime. Definitely worth it. Okay, we need to spin the cells. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we get the health flask. If we want to upgrade that, we have to spend 50 cells. Gold reserves preserves up to 3,000 gold when you die. This is also pretty worth it. Permanent upgrade transforms objects found on the ground or in chests into gold. I remember this being pretty worth it. Just so that you can afford better items later on as you're making your run. You basically consume the items that you find that you don't intend to use. For example, we left the balance blade before. We could have changed that into money. So, but instead we don't have enough for it, so we're just going to go ahead and unlock gold reserves. So we preserve gold when we die, because this game expects you to die. It expects you to die a lot. It's a lot like Dark Souls in that respect, so... Well, hello, Mr. Prisoner, sir. One mutation available. Let's talk to him first. I'm really happy I found this great stinking pile of corpses. We can choose mutations. We have one available. I think you can have 3 total. Brutality Mutations, plus 212 DPS for 8 seconds after killing an enemy. Nice. Killer Instinct reduces the cooldown on your skills by 0.62 seconds for each enemy killed in melee combat. Nice. Hunter Instinct, decrease it by 0.3 for each enemy killed without using melee attacks. So it's the same as Killer Instinct, but you're just using ranged attacks. Blind Faith, reduce the cooldown on your skills by 2.5 seconds with each successful parry. Unfortunately, we don't have a shield, so we can't parry. Necromancy, recover 0.2% HP when an enemy dies. Reduces your infection level when you kill a boss. And then we have general mutations for everybody. With the bow we currently have, we have 6 shots ammunition, so this would give us 12 total. Dead Inside, plus 50% HP. Food no longer heals you. Your infection counter is increased by 6%. I don't know what infection counter is. I don't know what any of that is. That's all new stuff to me. And then Igdar Oris Li Ox saves you 1 time if you die prematurely, cannot be dropped once picked up. So you cannot change your mutation if you decide to get this. I think you can change your mutations with reset mutations, but... So... I don't think I want to do Dead Inside. Not this early in the game at any rate. Combo's pretty good. Killer Instinct might be good, but we don't have traps, so we don't have cooldowns very much at the moment, so there's no real need to get that just yet. I like Necromancy for healing HP, and I like Combo. I think what we'll do is we'll get Combo because we're not near a boss yet, so... Pile of corpses. Funny, they look a little like me. Oh. They are you. That's hilarious. So this is where you restock your potion. And HP restored, but it empties. So now we can't use this again. Which is fine because we're just going on to the Promenade. The graphics of this game is very good. I really enjoy it. I just realized my icon might be in the way. Let's see, achievement, love the serenity, reach the Promenade of the Condemned for the first time. So, if I remember correctly, there should be something up here, but I cannot jump nearly high enough to get it. Oosh. Oh, these guys are annoying. No! There's my combo meter. Where's my run button? No, 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 don't do that. Run, I want to run. Do I not have a run ability? There we go. Anyway, I knew this was over here. Secret zone acquired. Achievement, Shrewd Sleuth, find your first secret zone. So we'll pick up this. It's the Assassin's Dagger. Okay, that appears to be everything. So yeah, there's like little hidden stuff everywhere, and that will always be there. This guy is invulnerable thanks to some kind of machine up there. So I need to go take care of the machine. We're going faster. Okay, so killing enemies makes you go faster. Ah! See, invulnerable. Gotta beat this thing down. Got some gold. I think that was a gem. We'll just shoot that. I forgot all about shooting. And we get a scroll. Yep, scrolls can be dropped by enemies too, but only a certain amount of scrolls per level. So combo will go up if we increase it on Brutality. And we have been sticking with Brutality anyway. We'll get plus 28% HP as well. I think we'll stick with this. Got a teleporter for easy access out. And we have one of those rubbing totems, which we cannot use. So we'll teleport back up. Continue on with the quest. So this is a treasure room. If we get one or the other, it will lock the other. We can either get firebrands, which is like a throwing torch. And it has a special ability, shoots an arrow upward. Or we can get a sinew slicer. Now, if we get the sinew slicer, it will not interfere with our other items, but we could go ahead and get firebrands, which will be modified as compared to the bow, which is unmodified. So I think I want to do that. We'll replace our beginner's bow with the firebrand. And it doesn't actually hurt us. So this looks special. What was happening here? This seems new. Nothing? Definitely the statue is new. A statue of the king of the island. How could he see anything with the helm on? So that's new to me. Probably has to do with the dead king rising or whatever. Sign. Live target training. Equipment. A supply of bows and arrows. So we found a throwing knife. This will probably be even better than the firebrand. So let's go ahead and take it. Yep. Acts more like a bow and arrow. We have, what, eight shots with it? Shoots an arrow upward as well. No, that's the firebrand. These keep lighting up, and I don't know what... Only one arrow hit the target, right in the head. Good job. Oh, arrows. The prison's archers were really useless. Because it only was one shot, and there was like, what, 10 others? So we cannot go up because we can't actually activate the thing, so we must go forward. We'll open that up. Cross. Ah, okay. So this is a mini boss. It's an elite archer. He shoots 2 arrows instead of 1. And he definitely takes a lot more damage. Ah! He got bonused. Our knife is bleeding him. So we have a legendary throwing knife 2. It deals 44 DPS, which is a lot better than what we currently have, which is 21. Causes bleeding, which is even better bleeding, and automatically targets the nearest enemy. It's colorless, so the highest level applies. That's really good, by the way, because it means you don't have to have the color you would normally associate it with. Normally, a throwing knife would be red, and it really doesn't matter to us anyway because we do red. The throwing knife is primarily red with a little bit of purple, as you can see by the box around the throwing knife. With this, it only counts the highest one, so we get the best bonus to damage. Our throwing knife does 21 DPS. This also gets plus 100% damage. I think that's already factored in. Its shots pierce all enemies. That's really nice, and it deals plus 30% damage to a burning target. That's really nice. And then up here on the top right of it, we see plus 1 brutality, so our brutality will go up by using it. Definitely want to take this and replace our knife with it. Unknown artifact. So this is a permanent upgrade. It's the vine rune. We will now be able to use those little things that will allow us to make vines and grow vines, and then we can go up them. So this was definitely a special room. Here's the vine, and now we can use it like a chain. One sec, I'm getting a call. Spam. So we have some knives here on the ground. Definitely going to take some damage from it if I'm not careful. Okay, up there we have a hybrid scroll. I want to take care of the guys here first because they'll be annoying otherwise. Use the rune. Is there a rune here? Holy crap, challenge rift found. Well, we're definitely going in that after we get the scroll of power. This is a guardian scroll. It's limited as compared to the other one, in that you can only do one or the other. So instead of tactics, I think I'll get survival because it gives more HP. So we're up to 602 HP now. So the challenge rift, I believe you have to do everything without getting damaged if you want the best bonus. But I think some of them are just, you know, complete it without dying. We have a ghost here. Haha, so you've stumbled through a rift, eh? Sure have. Bet you'd like to take these little beauties with you now, wouldn't you? You should, you bet, dude. Well, if you do decide to take them, getting out won't be anything like getting in. Good luck. Yeah. Okay, so we'll have to run a challenge course if we decide to open this, or we can leave. I'm going to do it. We got a bunch of cells. We get a scroll of power. Definitely want to keep up with brutality. We get a blueprint, crow's foot, never seen that before, and a topaz amulet for minus 5% damage received, get gold as well as cells. Ah, interesting. And it gives us +1 stamina. Compared to our prisoner collar, a much appreciated bonus. So, time to play some Super Mario, basically. Ah! Okay, I did not realize that those were going to not stay stable. Touché game. Ah! I think that will hurt me. So I have to go down here. Where am I going? I have to go up. It wants me to go up. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to make it very difficult to make me, or let me go up. Oh, okay. So it's a timed thing. As long as you get out of the way. Okay, I don't have the rune for this particular thing. But I could break this open if I had the rune. Let's see if I can do this jump properly. Ah! Ah! I did it, but I kept going like an idiot. There we go. Got it on the third one. Ah! Scary. I did it! I'm the master! Okay. Gotta take this guy out. I think the throwing knives are going to do better overall damage. So I'm going to stick to that for a while. Plus it auto aims. Yeah! Okay, we got a teleporter and a downstairs. Let's go downstairs, check it out. So this is a 2-point door. There's some kind of thing where you do each of the doors one by one. So I never found the 1-point door, or at least I didn't see it. It's part of some quest that you have to do. So anyway, it's not going to open for me. That's the important part. Okay, in order to do this, I would need like wall jumping or something. And I don't have that ability yet. Much like the Vine Rune. So we can't do that yet. Okay, so every time I find a cell, it's giving me gold as well. That's what that special ability must mean. Man, the frying pan's so strong. Plus, these enemies are really weak. Yeah, killing enemies definitely seems to be increasing my speed, but I'm still going to be taking my time. We have some kind of thing here. I don't actually know what it's used for. Probably be revealed later on. This appears to be the firebomb, Yep, fire grenade, blueprint. Definitely digging the throwing daggers. Our teleporter. Let's go downstairs. Looks like this actually has something to it. There's another one of those stones. It's got 4 pips on it. 3 pip door. Can't use it. So we found a shop. Everything must go. What do you need? You gonna buy something or what? We have a Balance Blade 4. Compare that to our current Vorpan. 324 normal damage, 581 when crit. Inflicts critical hit if enemies facing you. This deals 270 and 418, so it's worse. Despite the fact it gets plus 50% damage. Damage increases up to 100% when you strike repeatedly. Inflicts critical hits after 10 successive hits. So this could be pretty good against, say, maybe a boss, but I still don't think I necessarily want it. Vorpan 4, it's basically what we have. Deals a lot more damage in comparison. 485 to 324 and 873 compared to 581, so definitely nice. Has the same basic ability, inflicts a critical hit, but this one also, victims release a toxic cloud with each hit, so it also poisons them and poisons anything around them. I quite like this a lot. And then Electric Whip. So I take it back. This isn't primarily modified by one and then only by a little by the other. This is because we are currently red. That's why it's primarily red. If we were to be purple, i.e. ranged, it would be the opposite. It just means that it works for either one. When you strike an enemy nearby, enemies also take 50% damage and it ignores shields. It deals bonus damage when you're at max HP. That's pretty nice too. But I think if I had to choose one, it would be the Vorpan, so that's what we're going to buy. Yes, sir. Let's do that. So now we have Vorpan 4. And we can teleport back to the top. They are being quite nice about that. There's a rose up there. That's a special item, but I cannot wall jump, so we're gonna have to ignore it for now. This is a special tower on this level. A lot of the level is randomly generated, but it's randomly generated with static things. So this is one of the static things. Once we acquire the keys, we can come up here and get the special bow blueprint or that gem over there. But we don't have any of the keys to my knowledge. Yep, requires the gardener's key, so we're gonna ignore it. Found another scroll. This one is an assassin scroll. Definitely gonna get brutality on this one. Found a blueprint. Spartan sandals. I think that allows you to kick. At this point in the game, just collecting cells is pretty good for me. So, since that lets me get permanent upgrades. Another teleporter. And we are on our way. So we can either go forward If we had the totem rune, we'd be able to go to a different place. But as it is, we're kind of locked. We have to go up the tower. We can't go that way. I seem to remember there was something over here. Guess not. I thought there was an item or something. Oh well. So now we're on our way to the ramparts. But that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you had fun watching me play Dead Cells. Definitely give it a try, give it a check out. I'm going to be playing it for at least a couple of episodes. I hope you had as much fun watching me as I did playing for you. Don't forget to check out my other vids at 12, 6, and 12. Be sure to hit a like and subscribe, or leave a like and subscribe if you want to support the channel. Leave a comment if you have something to say. But that's going to be it for this ep. This is DarLeeLlama signing off. Stay safe, take care, have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Peace.